Hello, and welcome to Runescape.
This is
The Runescape Alpha, which is the interface alpha. So this recently had an update. So now you can already drag all these things around, and it's about being customizable. A couple of updates were that the minimap can have more functionality, expand it quite a bit more, although it's getting stopped by this thing just now, so I'll move that over here. And I can click the minimap and run for miles. Anyway, some of the options. In the options menu, in the interface settings, there's a couple of new things. One of them is this interface transparency. This I really like. Turns the background of the windows transparent. I don't know whether you can click through it. Let's see. No, you can't click through it, but it does leave you with a lot more room on the screen. There's also slim window skins. Now that's the border around the outside, and at the moment they take up quite a lot of room, and I suggested that they should go and do this, and it's really good that they've actually listened to player feedback. So now it's a lot smaller. For some reason double click there, but yeah, a lot smaller. Obviously any experienced player will know what these windows are. It still has these tooltips of what you're about to go and click on, so that's good. You can lock all these things in place so that you don't accidentally move it around while playing the game. So that's really good. They're definitely taking on board a lot of player feedback. There's not that many bugs as far as I can tell in the alpha, which is good, unlike the HTML5 beta. It's really good to see. One thing that I'd still really like to get changed is the ability bar. Currently you can't minimize it. Everything else can be closed. Well, that and the chat box, but I think everyone wants to keep their chat box because you can make it small anyway, so it doesn't take up much room. Whereas this still takes up quite a large chunk of the screen, and you don't want to use it all the time, but they really want to encourage you to use it, so I hope that they allow you to minimize it. Hopefully in the future they'll also give you more slots to go and play around with ability customization and things for different scenarios. 5 isn't quite enough, and then 12 slots also sometimes isn't enough, although that's kind of okay for a keyboard, I guess. Also, in the behind the scenes video they went and showed the farming update, which will be coming next week. That's looking quite interesting. Most of the updates this week have been low level stuff or just not that interesting. The farming update looks quite interesting with the new plants. There's 10 new plants. They've revealed 9 of them. I don't know what the 10th could be. Some are just to use old plots. Some are to gain XP and other skills. And also one thing which caught my eye was god grapes. So you'll be able to grow grapes and you can make Zamorak wine. You can also make Saradomin wine and Guthix wine. When these are added to the respective potions, so Zamorak wine to Zamorak brew, it becomes a super Zamorak brew. And this is really interesting because it means that Saradomin brews will become super Saradomin brews, and they could become really good again. Like, they were used all the time before the EOC, and since then people have counted it as a nerf, although it does kind of reflect the level of the item. Whereas super Saradomin brews, depending on what level it is to actually make them, could be again one of the most useful items in the game and used all the time when going to bosses, when PvP, all that kind of thing. because the good thing about Cider and Brews is it heals you and it doesn't lower your adrenaline, whereas normal food does. So depending how much it heals, which hopefully it will be a decent amount, will mean Cider and Brews are useful again. Don't know how high the levels will be to use these new plants, but I imagine they'll be quite useful because at the moment the only thing to do is, once you get past level 60, is to do trees. Other than that, you can't really get much XP or very quickly. So that's a good thing. Hopefully they'll minimize this, and with the HTML5 beta they'll fix out a lot of the bugs. I'm still getting very, very low FPS when doing that, and I'm not quite sure why. But yeah, it's looking good for the Runescape 3, which will be coming this summer. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you.